you've had 5 to 10 minutes now to digest. we do it fast here. Key takeaways, pretty pristine across the board.
Across the board, except consumer PCs, which has been the case for a while, 8 quarters in a row, they're down. But that's typically the trend. Consumers aren't buying that many PCs. They do most of the work on smartphones now. But apart from that, every number is good. But the key for us is going to be guidance. It's not going to be so much backward looking, but it's going to be forward looking.
Exactly. And what are the key words you are wanting to avoid or hear from? It was interesting, Taylor was talking in the break about SAP, reminding us in Germany, that software company really sounding the alarm on China and the dent that takes to investment confidence across the board. Could we see Microsoft impacted in that way?
That, I think, is the biggest question, is whether Microsoft's going to talk about any macro slowdown or not. I think that will dictate not just for Microsoft, but almost the entire software space, as well as the tech space, because, frankly, in the software space, valuation's been very high for almost all major companies.
$1 trillion for Microsoft.
But growth's been very good as well. At the same time, Microsoft growing 14%, which is very unusual for a company this size. But if the outlook for next year is not as bright because of any macro concern, I think that could put a dent to things.
How much does CapEx really matter to Microsoft? I noticed the number came in a little bit lighter than what analysts were expecting, around $4 billion. Is this a big factor for a company like them?
No, they move it up and down depending on the demand that they have for cloud services. The TAM, or the total addressable market for that business, is very large. I don't put that much credibility to those CapEx.
Well, so talk to me a little bit about the cloud. We know that they're the leader. Amazon Web Services, though, right behind them as the number 2. How do they sort of differentiate themselves and grow that?
So Microsoft has a wide variety of cloud products. They have applications such as Office 365. They have LinkedIn. They have cloud infrastructure product, that's the only place where they compete directly with Amazon. They are the number 2 player in that area. But they've been growing much faster than Amazon and the market for some time. Even this quarter, the numbers were very healthy. Overall, cloud business is very strong for Microsoft. We think they are well positioned than almost any other company out there because they have a good footprint on legacy enterprises as well as public cloud. So it's a good mix of both of them, what we call hybrid cloud. That's where the big investments from IBM is, with the Red Hat acquisition, is to capitalize on that opportunity.